feeling good, holy, is the most important thing. And what's our theme for this month? Playful. Playful exploration. Playful exploration. What if we lived our entire life like that? In playful exploration. To bring back our childlike imaginations. Because as a child, anybody that's ever been around a child, you know their imaginations are incredible. They can turn a mop into a horse. Woohoo! Into a wizard's broom. We can fly anywhere. You can play Quidditch. Woohoo! And they do in their minds. They do that. You saw one of my previous speeches where I had a box. And if you ever seen a small child in a box, they turn that box into so many different things. The possibilities are endless. Could turn this broom. We think when we grow up, we put childish things away, right? This goes back in the broom closet, and the only time it comes out is to clean up a mess. To wash a dirty floor, clean up somebody's spill. And that's it. That's what a mop does. Nothing else. And we think we're so mature now as adults, we know what is and what isn't. And we put our childish imaginations away to live in the real world, right? Isn't that what we're doing? Living in the real world now? Come on, get real. Yeah, not everybody's going to be rich. You know, it's not easy to get rich. It's not easy to find the perfect mate. What are you talking about? Isabel. Oh, Isabel. Finally, we get to meet. Oh, it is so good to have you in my life. Oh, let's dance. Don't we do that? You're at a party, and there's a tall, dark, handsome man in the back corner, and he's looking at you. Or there's a beautiful, voluptuous woman, and she's eyeing you up. You don't think your imagination goes crazy when that happens? You don't think you're making up a story about who that person is and what they mean, and they come and they ask you to spend some time with them because I find you very interesting and I want to spend a little more time with you. Oh my God, this could be it. This could be the one. Oh my gosh. Oh, I'm so happy. Oh, life is so good. And it might go on that way, you know, the honeymoon effect, right? That could last for months, maybe even years. But then one day that person does something that you don't like, that you think is wrong. That too is just a story. That too is just your imagination. But then, not only is it wrong, you give it meaning. That means that person is wrong, or that person is bad, or that person is not the person I married. Right? I'm sure that's never happened to any of you at all. We never put our imaginations away. And the mop is never just a mop. And every experience you have is not just an experience. It's an experience that you create. I read a book recently by Sarah Landon. Anybody know who Sarah Landon is? A few of you. She's a woman who channels. She channels this group of entities that call themselves the Council. And based on this wisdom that she's getting from them, she wrote a book called The 15 Success Principles for Self-Realization. And I was going to bring the book so I could stand it up and look. I totally forgot. So I don't have the book. But I do have those principles, and I'm going to seed them through my talk as we go along. The very first principle is I am everything I wish to be. I already am. If we are spiritual beings, you know the 5 principles. Who knows the 5 principles of unity? Look at nobody, a few, that's it. There's only 5. Read them, because it's the core of the unity teachings. And the very first principle is God, source energy, universal intelligence, pure consciousness, whatever you want to call it, and everybody's got a different name for it. Some people call it God, some people say Jesus or Muhammad, or these are all representations of this source energy. And it's everywhere present and every when present. And it's within us. That's the second principle. And it's good. It's good. And the second principle, unity principle, is that I too am that. Because if God is everything, I guess I must be part of God too. And all of you and everything and everyone and the entire universe is all part of that source energy of God, of the divine. Just take that in for a moment. And if God's good and I'm God, I'm the same energy, I must be good too. You must be good too. And you all are everything you wish to be. You already are. Wow. That's quite the concept, right? Of course, our egos are going to go, oh, no. And I know I'm not. And for sure that person isn't, because they just cut me off on traffic. So there's no way they're God, the godly good. There's no way they're divine. And there's so many others, right? All the terrible things we see in the world, we could judge so many people and say, no, they're not God. They're not divine. They're not everything they wish to be. And maybe we're not. In fact, I know I'm not everything I wish to be, but that's a good thing. And I don't think I've ever seen anyone who is. Even the ascended masters, I think, weren't everything they wished to be. There was always something more, because the universe expands. Source energy is always expanding and growing and moving beyond what was into what's coming next, into what's the next new thing that we can bring into our expression. As a divine being that is everything, why on earth would we even come here and get ourselves off from that source? Because that's usually what happens. We come, we get conditioned to believe that we're separate, we're alone. If it's to be, it's up to me. I got to do it all. I got to make it happen if I want it to happen. But that's not true. That's not really true. What if, as divine beings, we came here just to feel good, just to have the experience of being a human being? What if we came here just to playfully explore in this world we call the 3D world that we're living in, with good and bad and right and wrong and up and down? In the 3D world, those things are real. We're comparing all the time between good, is that good or is that bad? You go on a vacation, and what do? You compare it to your last vacation. Well, is it better or is it worse than my last vacation? If it's worse, then it doesn't count. If it's better, yes, but then your last vacation doesn't count anymore, because you got to go out, you got to be more, you got to be better. But that's just not true. What if the only reason we're here and our highest purpose is nothing less than just to experience what we're experiencing right here, right now? Principle number 5, I believe, 5, no, 9. Success principle number 9 is, I forget. It was in my mind just right there. Oh, crap. It'll come back to me. It'll come back to me. I better look at my notes. Let me go with principle number 11. True creation has no agenda. Let that one sink in for a moment. True creation has no agenda. That means true creation isn't about trying to get something. It's about having the experience and feeling the joy and the fun and the excitement of doing what you love. If you're smart. If you're smart, that's what you're going to create. Create, do, express what makes you feel good. Because I believe feeling good is the most important thing. And what happens when you feel good? What happens when you're around someone that feels good? That feels good, right? What happens when you're around someone who feels angry or judgmental or critical? That doesn't feel good, does it? No. And we have a choice at each and every moment. Principle number 4, what I choose to focus on and the meaning I give it creates my reality. This is how we create in each and every moment. The story we tell about the experiences we're having and the meaning we give them creates your reality. And we're all creating our own reality in each and every moment based on that simple, what do you call it? A principle. That's principle. We're doing it all the time. And that takes imagination. So when you think you outgrew your childlike imagination, forget it. You haven't. But just look at what you're creating right now. Look at, are you in a situation that's uncomfortable? Not right now in this moment. Oh, that was the principle. That all my power is here in the present moment. All of my power, all of your power is here in the present moment. And we are using it every day with our imaginations to create. And principle number 3, I create my, oh, darn it. I am the creator within my own creation of reality. And so are you. But just think of it, the last time you were upset and how many times in the past year, say, you've been upset. That's you using your imagination to get upset. There's 2 ways we can move through life. We can move through it with our egos based on what we think, or we can move through life from spirit. The ego, you could say your intellect, which is where your ego comes from. So your intellect creates your ego, is always trying to get. And your spirit, your heart, is always trying to give. Now, if you're trying to get something, what are you telling yourself? Subliminally. You know, I want to go out and get a $10,000. Why? Why would I want to do that? because I don't have it. And that's what the ego's doing all the time. It's going out trying to get what it thinks it doesn't have. But the spirit is abundant, is joyful, is always in playful expression if you allow it. And the ruler of the ego is your thoughts, is your thinking. That's what rules the ego. The ruler of your heart, of spirit, is your feeling. And you know whether you're in ego or you're in spirit, because when you're in ego, sometimes you feel good and sometimes you don't. But when you're in spirit, when you're in your heart, and you're doing what brings you joy, you feel good. And so in this moment, if you're feeling good, you're in spirit. It's that simple. And imagine if we lived our whole life like that. If we just lived our lives doing things that bring us joy. We can do that. A 4-year-old's playing in that cardboard box, and it's a sports car, and he's racing around the track. And imagine if you came up to that kid and you said, okay, sweetie, all right, let's turn this cardboard box into a prison. And now you're locked into prison and you can't get out. And you're there for 100 years. For the rest of your life, you're going to be in this prison. And you're going to feel absolutely miserable. That little 4-year-old would look up at you and go, huh? Why on earth would I want to do that? There's no way. He said, I'm not doing that. Forget it. And it's just going to go boom, 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 and race off and get the heck out of there. Because the child knows that its imagination creates its reality. And it's doing it all the time. And if you ever watch an innocent child that has the freedom to just be whoever he wants to be, he's being things that give him joy. He's doing things that are fun. He's doing things that make him laugh. And for no good reason. Just because it feels good. And that's all the child wants to do. It just wants to play and it wants to feel good. What happened to us? Why would we turn a cardboard box vis-a-vis an experience in our lives and write a story, tell a story about it, and give it meaning that makes us feel bad? Because we've been conditioned to choose. We've been conditioned to believe that there is a right and there is a wrong. And there is one right answer and 1,000 wrong answers. There isn't. There are no right answers. There are no wrong answers. There are just choices. And you're making them each and every day, right here, right now, in the present moment. And whenever you're making a choice, it's always right here, right now, in the present moment. We're such powerful creators. So let's play. Let's play more. When you come to Unity, set an intention before you come. I'm actually, that statement we speak every morning, every Sunday morning, that commitment to living in the love vibration. That's why we created it here, so we can practice. We can practice living in the love vibration. Just for a couple hours. We can let go of what terrible thing happened yesterday or the challenges we're facing today. We can just let it all go, and just for a couple hours, we can live in the love vibration. I love coming here in the mornings. I love coming here on Sundays, and I love getting hugs. I love seeing your smiles. I love hearing the stories that you tell about your exciting lives. And believe it, you all have exciting lives. I was a Toastmaster for 20 years, and the dullest, most boring person that ever came into that Toastmasters club, within a few years, when they finally get the courage to actually talk about their own true life experience, because most of them takes them a long time because they think they don't have a good life experience and it's boring and they're not a star, they're not rich, they're not famous, they haven't changed the world. They're just ordinary people and there's nothing to talk about. But as we get to know them and as we went out and we did things together and we talked about our lives and the things we've done, oh my God, there was not a single person that did not have an incredible life, a magical life, the challenges they overcome, the successes they had, the dark, dark nights of the soul they went through and came out the other side of better, bigger, brighter, or not. We all have free choice. We can quit. We can give up. But please, please don't give up. Please don't forget who you are. You are divine. You are infinite. You are everything and anything you ever wish to be. And all you have to do is express it. I have a formula for creation. Intention plus expression equals creation. Set an intention of what you want, what gives you joy. Think using your imagination, because that's what your thoughts are. They're imaginal. That's where your imagination comes from. You can think anything. Think of what would bring you joy. Set a clear intention of that, and then express it. That's how we create. It's that simple. And what fun! As we stand up every Sunday and sing songs, I love it. I love singing. It's an expression, and we're all doing it. And I especially love it because we're doing it together, and it feels so good. Sitting with Jessica Arnett as she plays her crystal balls. Oh, I'm in heaven. Life is good. And I just feel that joy, that excitement. When you get home and you're going to do the dishes or clean the house or sweep the floor, play a song, put a song on, something to get your feet tapping. Yes, yes, that feels good. And dance around the living room while you're sweeping the floor. Yoo-hoo! Or, oh God, I got to sweep the floor again. I hate cleaning. Oh man, why do I have to do this? Well, of course you don't. You don't have to clean. You don't have to do anything. But if you want to clean house, then maybe you do want to clean. Ah, what a concept. Life is so much simpler than we, or I should say our egos, make it out to be. Egos love complexity. The heart loves simple. The ego is the caterpillar, slowly trudging along, chomping and eating everything it can get its hands on, not really doing much. Spirit is the butterfly. You ever watch a butterfly? It just flitters about. It goes over here and then it goes over there for apparently no reason at all. But there is a reason, because true creation has no agenda. And the butterfly is flittering over here and then flittering over there and then over there because it feels good. Who wouldn't love to be a butterfly and flap around, or a bird soaring in the sky riding the wind? Well, we can. And each and every moment we can do that. You are powerful creators, all of you. And I encourage all of you to, when you come here every Sunday, to open your heart and actually commit to that intention of living in the love vibration. And then don't stop when you go out the door. Keep opening your heart. Keep exploring new things. Playfully explore what expands your heart. That's our thing. That's our affirmation. I playfully explore what expands my heart. Do it. You can do it. You can do it right now. You can do it in the next moment and the next. You can do it for the rest of your lives.